He's moving to come out of Hollywood. He's going to show the world how to do business right. Queen Latifah, up next. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ed Gordon. As a rapper, she blazed a trail for many women to follow. As a talk show host, she shed light on concerns of a generation. As an actress, she earned success on the big and small screen. All that, she's about to show how you should be fair in business, in the music industry. We'll tell you about that. Good to see you. Now, when I came in, I told you you didn't have no love for it. You've been here for a long time, but you are a very busy lady. Not wrong. I'm in and out of yeah. Do you like being as busy as you are? I mean, I know you want to be in one sense, but do you like it? I like it. I like having a chance to be in different areas of music. I'm seeing really good. You have said diversity is a must today. You personify that. Do you feel that eventually you're going to have to let one or another thing go and concentrate on one? I think I'm going to have to be maybe seven at the pool. You know, I don't ever see you doing, not yet, no, I don't do that. I think being able to balance, as long as I can keep myself balanced, then I'm able to do everything that I would like to do. But if I'm not balanced, if I'm not feeling, 100%, then it can't be done. So I have a great team that I work with that Latifah. Do you like one thing more than other? If music still your first love, or you're doing a lot of that? I just think that's the name of my album, First Love. Of course, music is my first love and my greatest love out of everything I've done. Acting is really fun. I like the challenge of taking a character and kind of bring it to life and having to watch that character instead of watching Queen Latifah, but I guess music, I mean, it's nothing like, I love being in the studio, I love making records, I love the feeling of going out on stage and performing and sharing and stuff. It's a gratification, for a crowd or to get into what you're doing and y'all are having this huge, crowd participation thing. I like to engage my audiences and have them be a part of the show and have fun with it. So that's like instant gratification for it. I mean, it's a chance to watching, athletes that you've managed go out there and rock a crowd of 30,000 as the majority of our nature. That is the same feeling, knowing that we had something to do with that. And it's the same feeling I get when I think of role like Fredo or, anything to say living out loud and make them human beings that you are now watching at home and really. How much fun is it for you now to see the ladies that have come after you make it big? I mean, it's not uncommon now to see carrying stocks in it and all of them just lay groundwork and do that thing. But when you were coming, only 3 or 4 of you didn't make it. Yeah, well, I had my lights and my salt and peppers that I just really love. And of course, every kind of thing I'll be running with the boys, carrying them off some freestyle and stuff. But it's funny. I love to see the females doing their thing out. And they all show me love and respect. And, they show the same type of love. I think that's part of the thing. None of the females have been like, have gotten like, kind of freaked up and everything like that. And we're doing these things and selling records. It's fantastic. That was a hard thing to do, just to get a record company and put the right kind of promotion dollars behind you when I was seeing it. It's thinking that females can't sell records, so that's gone. But you helped right out. Yeah, I'm kind of helping to do that. Yeah. Let me ask you that before we get into the movies, the upcoming projects, and the new population. But over the course of the last couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of things happen in the hip-hop scene. Question of violence, I know you were engaged in where do you see the state of today? And not just hip-hop, because we like to label it that, but it really is young Black America. It's beyond the hip-hop artists. I mean, we got issues throughout our Well, you got so many different opinions on how to handle this to handle violence in our communities or just to handle the fate of our community. Some people are apathetic towards the voting process and don't feel like any politicians really represent the people, and so they choose not to even become a part of the process. Others feel that by doing that, you're never going to change anything, And in the meantime, we're lacking a lot of family values and social programs that can help our kids get into other things other than hanging out on corners and getting involved with gangs, becoming drugs and to getting like nothing else to do with, or hustling, or doing crime. It's like idle hands, the devil's playbook. So if your kid has nothing to do, or they don't find a way that they can apply themselves, and they don't know what they're talented in, and we're whipping all the music programs out of school, art programs, and the paper, auto shop, wood shop, and computer class. Every kid is not into reading, writing, listening. Some people are good with their hands, and if you don't give a person a chance to figure out what you're talented at and work towards that, then you're really losing a lot of kids. A lot of kids are going through crap, let alone not having strong teaching and parents instilling the value of their education in this. And also giving back to the community. Like, you have to come give back, If you make it, like a lot of us, I would love to be able to bridge to North New Jersey where I grew up. It's a place that I know, but I can't, where can I find a house that I can live in? Neighborhood that I can live in. So that's like one of my little dreams, trying to build the kind of neighborhood that doctors and lawyers and so on and so forth don't have to use the community.
We have to go look at the images we're putting out. I mean, are we at a point where we do need to check that?
I think it's a personal choice. I'm not independent, so let me just say that for the record. I'm not going to tell somebody that they should make whatever kind of record. But I feel like we have to grow up. You know what I mean? Stop pretending like you're still on the block, you're still on the corner. You know what I mean? You got $1 million in the bank. You dancing around living on the same block you grew up in. We grew up poor. You get up and $1 million of this neighborhood you grew up in. Our parents didn't have a choice but to live there. If they had a choice to be able to afford to have us live in a better neighborhood, then we knew that. So for us to try to act like keeping it real means to not rise up and stretch out and branch out and dream big and go for anything, I think it's doing a disservice to the community you got when you brought up in. You know what I mean?
If there's a sixth grade kid in return, and they don't do it alone, and Latifah has not done it, I'm going to bring her business partner. I'm going to talk about all of their projects and what will pass.
This is are you trying to set us up? Be great in your support. This capital, I think it's just $1.
Dollar man. Mom, what's this $1 each every day? Please, which is like the cheddar veins, AC fortunes, each again. Send your dollar, it's a fucking CC.
Did we go kind of ranking?
In the future, without speaking.
Stop.
We only can work out for they have to make a very big mistake. Have a team that they train a coin. And I see the right off to overthrow it. Indeed. But understand that she did. She was that question you need to continue. With him, you get the question. Understand?
What counts for education now? How did you improve your school? Here, it's making super higher. We got new equipment. Where are suppliers? The products you make from each other. There's Black Counts for Education coupons from hundreds of General Mills products. Send them to schools, and your school gets 10 cents a box out to spend on anything. General Mills Box Out for Education. Earn cash for yours.
Y'all thought they almost forgot how to lay it down. That's Queen Latifah, as we like to call her, from 100% Hater Proof, and it's compilation of the unit. Compilation that said two of you should be able to introduce you to Shakim, Compere, co-founder of Flagrant Entertainment, but straight out partner of this lady right here. And as you just said there, you don't often see what you should have. And that is a true partnership for the length of time that you've done it. It's you, interestingly enough, was taught by her mom, correct?
I was my art teacher, high school. Her mom is actually a person that
to college. And it's really, basically a story in a nutshell is one day and running from orthodox to just clocking his run DMT ball. Rather than a mother kind of ground product and probably done that. I'm not going to use that. And, because it's one of the brightest kids out of that. One day, really different. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Had a situation where exactly what behind and I didn't want to let the freedom down because every other seriously my client gets wrong with this guy just staying in my house now. Really, really looking through really and stuff. I think most most of my success is really staying based on not wanting to like that. I really want to let that my mom so I failed or I did this, I did that, I was out. Yeah, sort of related, right? What did you see early on that you knew she was going to be and leave beyond such a public event? That's what I was getting because early on, back in the 80s, the things Spanish was a lot of that's what we like in that season. And I actually went through those times and probably talked playing and stuff. I was there and I did a good job coaching out there. And I always thought something special on Tuesday, but I was a couple of days ahead of it, but you would always get fine finals. You always go to live, right? It was a challenge for us. So, she really, was good at it. It was one of those things that I'll always do up the top. Like, I do what, first thing at the bar, and we get kind of like, it's better than me. But, to me, I met it, I heard it, I didn't know that, I said, it's kind of like, basically just working around, team with a lot here with the kids. You all have spread flavor around a lot of entities, not just investor labor, but management, uh, one of the things that you want to make sure that people understand is flavor in the record, flavor dealing record. What you've done there is interesting in that being an artist, you understand the games that are played with artists in terms of fair share. Tell us what you're doing now to try to do a fair share to your art. Well, what we're doing now is like, if no she's related, I mean, we watch matters about 30 to 60 different roles in the pop. I know, 800 and then one day, and I have a conversation, like, look, we got 36 goals, got 30, both of the artists and the client, we can bring that to the label game and do it and do a small concept. And we don't always get it. So you just got to change the math a little. It's, the talent that we had clients now going, giving distribution to it and trying to push up this level of lead on next masses. We not only lead on the first masses, but we want to produce the artists that we share the whole the bringing that is just about education. You know what I mean? And saying, for me, being everything like she's her and he's everybody like this. And so our new thing is really not only that we are the record company, everybody has and so what you've done to bring we talk about that eventually break is 50% of the profits now go to the artist directly. And that is light years away. So let me do this. We take a break and come back and talk more about it. This is more of this young lady's handiwork for many of you are experienced. Magnus says she did a great job. Doesn't look at this. I see that and go. Right.
Wherever the Lord takes me, that's where I go. I am an NSA touchdown. Right? When you're on the road for weeks, you always need something. I try to look for a Walmart. Well, I get on my CD and say, Regular 19, can you tell me where a Walmart is? Anything you need, really, they have it. Always no pipe. I've always been a cosmetic searcher because I have to keep on my opinion. Yeah, that really knows how to treat them.
There's the difference in Denver. We could do proteins to make muscle too. After now, the race is cheap, especially fatty fat. You got enough to do without doing it, while girls have to jumping high. What's really the bread flavor?
Patient. But then you oh, I know that.
And how to gather better online.
So that's a
I am so hungry, I can even eat that.
kind of put your feet up there.
That's see?
Yes.
I'm supposed to be getting back to nature, not childhood and winter. There's a better take into.
Breast those drill steaks.
Big sack of grilled beef, hearty veggies. See the difference?
It's not bad. Not you. It's kind of good therapy. It's the rest of it. Are you taking Allegra? For your seasonal allergy yet? Whoa! I get that. Allegra. For multi-symptom relief. See your doctor. Keep it well and up. Side effects are low and may include headache, cold, and back pain. Allegra. It's time to quit.
Hey,
Wrong. It's a best. We'll be up in here. She didn't pull out the car. The pound and saw him with a dead street. You can feet now.
how is this? Topic for one. You have to do it alone. This story. One day, I read the idea. Ready? One.
Eating fun.
Guys,
Yeah.
how? After I'm up on this path. One kind of coffee.
Producing all new 244 of the core. And he hums out the cup.
How did they do? Doctor, she has a fever. I have children's Advil and children's Tylenol. Which would make the fever faster? Children's Advil does? And lasts up to twice as long? Hey,
Take control of fever faster. Children that will.
My wife has never been more than I'll keep my mind and body active through symptom performance. It's a complete multi with higher levels of being plus influence increases to help re-energize my mind and body.
and from the moment, like demanded.
Part of the copy, he's telling you documenting and you're looking at that. Oh, you are shit thinking that. He was very respectful. Think of all these young characters. They think he's 40, all right? We'll just keep it like that. They don't need to know. Look, man, when you already talk that day, well, you right. Yeah, it's your bone record. All right. We learn this on the maps, right? Let me ask you, when you look at how they are trying to do, I would imagine that has to go through the seeds, this vision through the whole record label business, the feeling of business, for a portion of to be fun from everything is accomplished. It's more like slavery in the house, and then the respect to its teaching, the society business that people don't normally show us. It's very fortunate that, Laura, I went to him, I took the office, and I built it back to the city. I put how much about this kind of please. And I came up to the office, every phone call you take, I'm thinking like, looking at it, you take phone calls and tell me like, how to be forward, when to give you to get in contact with, what you need to know, everything that goes through the label is pretty thorough. And that's something that most things away with no especially many flavors, but that's something that most things don't do to that. Tell things that have. Is it fun for you to not only see that going on, but reminisce how it was to you when you first started to see these sites, particularly your Man, it's a spoiled. Seeing what you was over. Yeah, I mean, actually, it was compared to what we went through with the art for it, because, it was so new then, and basically me and Shy took the bumps and bruises before we opened up our management company, so the action we made is that actually we made that action for these and everything, the things that before they came to us. But I think they're getting a good idea of what it's like and how one has to go into creating a successful career with longevity. And of course, it's still a crapshoot. There's a lot of it is science, but a lot of it is, hey, it's a subjective thing. It's something that people need to like, but I think they're all doing great in there. I mean, you see which ones are really interested in learning and which ones are really just, I just want to be an artist, you know what I mean, and then do what I do around and go in the studio and do my thing and whatever. But, some of them are really, really into the business aspect of it and going out and find another artist and ready to make it happen. So I think them being in the art office and seeing what Dr. goes through or I go through on a daily basis, You report. And the talent side, I've heard you talk about many of the folks that are on this TV. The talent part is there as well. I mean, that's first and foremost. Talent is first. You got to show it. And you know what I mean? Otherwise, it costs too much money to, and it costs too much money to brainwash the audience into liking somebody. You know, if they like it right away, really like that message, you know, then you don't have to spend that much money trying to tell me, keep it playing so much in every aspect, keeping you enrolled, keeping you in the program based all the time. And you know, basically costing us all this money just to convince the audience that, hey, you do like this record after that. I mean, you really stick for me part of the break. You, in turn, want to do even more for them because they're putting out so much for you. Exactly. They gave me an opportunity that folks who would never get. They gave me a chance to be part of all the small and lady entertainment. And whereas, like I was saying earlier, with the problem, that's something that I'm learning is how to learn how to do my own record rating. I have my own artists. Let me give this one now. You turn the final thoughts out for one and ask him where he wants to take all this. Very important because most count someplace you want to see where he. If you have any questions or comments about the show or any suggestions about a topic of guests you'd like to see, email us. You can reach us at beg.com and then click on the news section. Right there, as you know, it's indefinable. And on its 13th, a curse, taking home woman. But some of the guys who brought you Mission these things are trying to come up. That really sounds good. I'll show you. Great. She actually keep this in the face already.
Good morning, Shirley. Only. Introducing Pillsbury's biggest cookie ever. You big deluxe class, 2 kinds of chocolate, one big cookie. With luscious and sweet morsels and gooey milk chocolate chips, you just have to get in.
Hey, what is it?
Welcome. New big deluxe class with some Pillsbury. Come on, get in.
Everyone would see you like I'm sold.
The guy, I just took up from off the company.
Get yourself in the picture. It's really, you'll see over 200 base shots in and over 180 ammunition reserve. It's the office. Do what stage you left. I just didn't leave with dollars. You know what something real have you got. Call 1-800-94 arms now. And you get free insurance and you're free to deal. Put yourself in the picture. That's even the free device that costs an army of help.
Oh, thanks God. I said before the break, I want to find out where you want these guys to shit. What would you like to become even more?
I would like it to be quality, so fix it probably. I don't know what the apps will outside. I hate the like it's a lot of talk about and you know, whatever they said already on. Everybody couldn't have a different diet. It's not that. A lot of people sports black playing like the white family and stuff. Being you know this thing, I like the home. So if you get, you know, next it's like it's the con or something like that. And that's me, but I'm one involvement in the right, but to all the music business capacity, so much out to the side. The next thing you got, I see places going. Don't even walk with you. We only feel every like these five people that we start on hip hop level. And that's kind of like got the the whole meetings that is putting together. The other thing like it's strong. Our first party, I settled down was no, there's no shame to collect this track and have behind the being a huge band. And one person in our league actually pointed to the author. He said, that there you go. You family. You mentioned Chicago. I talked about it. A lot of bars on it already. We got St. David's here. We talked about that. Not bad company. Year that actually grown. It's already. Yeah, but you already got this sales. That's all. You excited about that one?
I'm really excited. I'm excited about Chicago. I think it's going to be doing well. I think people will really get into it. So please go check it out if you get the opportunity to. We're also excited about this movie that we're expecting to be produced called Bring It Down House. It's more, and it's funny. It is. I mean, it's a comedy and it's hilarious. It's kind of like a training place for real thing. So I think.
What do you play?
I play Halligan. He wants character online, and you think some of his lines who like him as a lawyer, and an actual explorer, with pro and that was not want to be, but how, people don't want to be. But we kind of just help each other's lives out. I help you become height and conservative and get his family back, and he helps me. It's cool in my head.
And for those who don't have kids, I've got an 8-year-old and does that. Up his ass. And I'm like, hey, it's good to see both of us. I appreciate you coming to you, young man. You're in the right two this right there. Good luck to you, brother. Fine.